In My Opinion with J&M. Jonathan, how you doing, sir?
What's up? Look at her all smiling.
She's happy. She's happy. We have a happy guest today. Very excited guest. But John, before we introduce the guest,
yes,
how are you, sir?
I'm good. I got to get used to that blue. You're usually red.
Yeah, I know.
And now it's throwing me off.
Throwing you off?
Like, I had thought the whole thing about IMO was you're red, you're evil, and I'm blue, I'm a saint. Is that kind of a deal, right? No. That's what you said first.
Yeah,
of all.
I know. But you know what? The red wasn't working for me. It was a lot of fucking work after the fact to actually make it look red. Because for some freaking reason, in person it looks red, but then on the camera it doesn't look red. I don't understand. And it's just too much work. So we're gonna try blue for one. See how it looks.
Now you're just joining the same team. That's all.
Yeah, there you go. See,
I don't like it. I don't want to be on his team.
We have a guest. Obviously, she's made herself present already. I'll let her introduce herself.
Yes, my name is Julia Stoyanova. I'm a comedian, a producer. I'm also from Bulgaria. It's not a problem with their system. It's my accent. Don't worry. Nothing is wrong.
I swear, I was going to introduce you, but then I'm like, I'm not gonna try to say her last name because I'm like, I'm gonna mess it up really bad. I'm gonna look like a freaking fool. So I'll let her introduce herself. But welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. I've actually had you. I think we booked it for like a month ago, right? And I'm like, I was so excited to have a comic here because it's a little bit change of pace. Normally we have actors or my personal friends or whatever, and this is refreshing.
Yeah,
it's refreshing. A whole different area of expertise and a whole different type of show and all that. How are you today, by the way?
I am wonderful. I woke up. I have coffee, I had sex, and I came here. It's just,
what?
That's a great way to start. That's a great way to start. Did you miss that one?
And also a Chinese leftover. So
nice.
Nothing like
the three best things in life.
The best three things in life. Yep, absolutely. So you said where are you from?
I'm from Bulgaria.
You were born there, came here?
Yes, I moved to the States 5 years ago.
5 years ago?
Yeah.
What made you want to come over here?
Money makes the world go around.
That's a good point. I mean, that's a good point.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes.
Good point.
It was a lot. I just graduated the academy in Bulgaria, the theater academy, and there were some parts of me that got kind of disappointed from the Bulgarian system. And I've always wanted to come to America, so this was like a big dream for me. So I actually came here 6 years ago, just for it's like a work and travel program, which you're coming here. Yeah, you're coming for 3 months. You work all the jobs that Americans don't want to do, and then you're going back.
You want to shovel John's snow in his backyard? He doesn't want to do that.
I got you. Just give me the 3 months visa, and I'm here.
Nice.
But I came here and I fall in love in America, and I remember just thinking, I'm gonna go back, and first I'm gonna graduate the academy because I already spent 3 years doing that. So I was like, I'm gonna graduate the academy, and then I'm gonna do everything possible to come here. So that was an immigration struggle, but hey, it worked out.
What was your first job here?
I was working, first of all, I ended up in Sandusky, Ohio.
Sandusky, Ohio.
Wow.
Yes.
Why?
I keep saying that this is the land of no opportunities. It was, oh my God.
Like, that's the middle of like buttfuck nowhere, right? Like, literally, like, where is it? Like, I don't think you can even find it on a map. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those.
No, Google... If you just put it on Google is like, what? Why?
Are you sure? You have arrived nowhere.
Does not compute. Yeah.
Oh, they have an amusement park there. So I was working in the amusement park. Yeah. Yeah, the first time I was working in the merchandise department, so I was just like selling t-shirts and this and that. And the second year when I came back, I was in the food department. So I was just like flipping burgers for overweight Americans. And I was like, this is a stereotype.
Take offense.
What the you saying? I'm kidding. That's crazy. That's honestly interesting. So so let me ask you a question. Since you were born in another country, when you look at America, what is your opinion on it? Because I mean, nowadays, obviously, from what I've heard and what I've read, other countries look at America kind of shitty right now. Like, because I mean, we are kind of we're kind of in a bad place right now. So what would you say? Like when you were younger and you were coming over, what made you want to come here, and like, why did you leave?
Oh, when I was young.
Besides the money.
Well, when I was young, America was like the shit, like everything is happening. Everything is possible in America, just like come
the American
here.
Dream thing.
American Dream thing,
right,
yeah. Right. You just coming here and bam, you have a big house. Bam, you have a dog. Bam, you have a cheating husband. It's like everything. American Dream, baby.
I like this girl.
What is going on?
I like this lady.
What is going on?
Buddy. That's crazy. Continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
But now definitely things change, especially after, the whole situation with Trump and this and that. Because Europe was kind of like, did you guys really got this guy to be a person?
Yeah.
And we thought that it's a joke. Till this day, people were still like, this really happened, right? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah, we had Donald Trump as the president for 4 whole years.
We're 0 for 2 the last 2 weeks.
And it's just and it's just like going down because everything with Corona that happened, like Europe kind of figured out at some point, with Corona and this and that. And America is still like, I don't know. I guess you should wear a mask.
Or you shouldn't. Or one day we say that you should, and then you shouldn't. And then maybe you can't be around people, and then you can be around people. And then the 4th of July will be fine. And I don't know.
Exactly.
It is what it is. You know what? We were talking about it. Well, we were talking about saying like if life is going to be locked away in a room, then just kill me now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Some
like
of my family, they just go to work and come back home, and that's it. And I choose not to live life like that.
Dude, I gotta be honest. When pandemic hit, that was like the biggest blessing that happened to me.
Also,
because for the first time, I had so much time for myself and for my projects. And, I needed to quit my job, or not quit, but I was like working as a bartender, and they closed everything. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna sit in the house. So I honestly use every day out of this pandemic. There was not a single day that I was just like sitting and I'm like, oh, let me see what else is on Netflix, And
that's what I was doing. That's what John sounds like.
I was binging Tiger King, I think, the first 2 months.
Oh my God, I still haven't watched it. I have no idea what is it. Yeah. I just know that somebody got eaten from some tiger there or something like that.
Oh, half her arm, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really watch TV like that anymore. I don't know.
But I learned at that point how to do social media and how to do editing. And I started like a YouTube channel. But however, my YouTube channel, nothing like yours. It was just me being locked up and terrorizing my cats.
You probably got more views than that. That's okay. People love to watch cats. That's that's the thing. What was that? The chopstick thing with the cats or whatever? That was big once upon a time.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Whatever. Cats with chopsticks or some crap like that. I don't know. Whatever.
I have no idea what is this, but I'm invested now.
Nonetheless, I might be making stuff up in my head. I don't know.
But yeah, everything changed after that for me with the pandemic.
Yeah, that hit everybody kind of weird.
Yeah. That's how we started this.
Yeah, that's why we started this stupid show. We started just because we were bored and we figured we just talk because we talk a lot anyways. So we said, screw it. And since, at the time, we really couldn't really go anywhere. No. Everything was really kind of closed up. I think the what was the term that they used? The necessary, what do they call the
herpes? Gonorrhea.
No, stupid. No,
necessary herpes.
No. Listen. When your job was necessary, what was the term?
Oh, you were an essential worker.
You were an essential worker, right? Yeah. So like, most places are non-essential, right? Like, where are you gonna go? You can only go to Target so many times, and it gets fucking boring. You end up spending $100 every time you walk in, anyways. So we just said, screw it. Let's just flap our gums on a microphone and see who watches it.
And instead of spending $100 at Target, we spent
thousands of dollars on the video equipment and lights and microphone. And I just kicked your camera, but that's okay, John. You'll be all right.
By the way, like a lot of people during the pandemic started podcasts or just YouTube channel just because like actors and people in that type of industry, we just love attention. And suddenly, bam, we were just in closed doors. Nobody's paying attention to us. And that shit hurts, you know? So we were like...
But it helped my acting.
Yeah?
It helped me in acting because like I had just started. When the pandemic hit, was the year, like maybe 4 months before I got signed with an agent or 2 months before I got signed with an agent. And I had just started taking classes or whatever. And I was a nervous wreck. I mean, I don't know how you were like the first, we'll get into it, but like the first time I did a live audition with someone or whatever, I was a wreck, right? Like I was just shaking, trembling the whole 9 yards, right? Like I couldn't keep nothing straight.
Yeah.
This has helped me become more free with my thoughts, free with my voice and more like, you know, I don't care anymore. You know, like I know how I look on like, everyone has that thing. Like I gotta look good or whatever, but at some point, you got to let it go.
True.
Because like, oh, I'm going to get my good side or I'm going to get my whatever. Like, no, I mean, I already know. I mean, I'm used to it. I don't care at this point anymore. I'm comfortable. I can just sit here and flap my gums. The cameras don't even exist anymore to me. I kind of don't even notice them anymore. And it helped me when it comes to acting too, because acting is kind of the same thing. You know, there's lights, there's cameras, bigger cameras, but you kind of forget where it's at and you just do what you do and you just go home and collect the paycheck and then spend the money. More on a camera equipment.
Confidence is the biggest weapon when it comes to this industry. It doesn't matter if it's acting or comedy, whatever it is. As long as you're confident, even if you fucked up all of your lines, you know,
I agree.
It's working. It's working.
I agree.
So,
Jonathan, you look like you want to say something. Say something. No, you don't want to say nothing?
She don't look like she got a nervous bone in her body.
Maybe, but she performs in front of people. That's a whole other thing. Remember,
I mean, that's ballsy.
Remember like, when we talked about? Remember we like you poke fun at me because I'll never be a stage actor because I will never do stage. Stage terrifies the shit out of me. Now, mind you, she does this for a living. So you
do only straight up film. Camera.
Yeah, I'm
gotcha.
film.
How about you?
I don't do nothing. What do you want me to say?
He's the personality of this show. That's
okay.
Yeah.
He's the leading man here.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know about that.
Well, you're a podcaster. Well,
yes.
that's still a thing. So.
Yes, you are. But let's start with your career. So you're a comic. What made you want to be a comic? Let's start with that.
Oh, well, this is going so back because one, I graduated the acting academy in Bulgaria. However, I graduated with puppetry. So it was acting for puppet theater.
Okay.
You know, we did all of those little things and the marionettes and whatever you can think of. Or the shadow theater.
Were you the one I saw with the NSYNC video and you were moving them around like puppets? That was me. That was you? I knew it. I knew I saw her somewhere.
You should have made Justin Timberlake trip and fall and bust his teeth. Yeah. I was thinking of more about what was that movie called? America Force Team Force? The people from
that they had the yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I know a movie you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that movie. It's a movie like they did the whole movies with puppets. Like literally, it's called American.
It's the people who do South Park. The producers.
Oh.
Yeah, they made
a movie. Yeah.
Oh,
it's a pretty old movie. It's a pretty old movie.
The sex scene.
Oh yeah, oh my god, I remember. Oh my god,
I gotta check it out.
We'll show you the video. It's hilarious.
Okay, so you graduated from.
So yeah, I did that. Then I moved to America. However, when I moved here, I did not speak English at all.
At all.
Well,
you speak it pretty well.
Well, thank you. So I probably spent like the first 2 years here just learning the language, learning the culture, learning how to not be racist in front of people. Yeah. You know, all of those things. No, I'm kidding.
Just in front of people.
Just in front of
I'm
people.
kidding.
No, because we're coming from Europe, and Europe, we just hate each other, all of us, you know.
See, that's some serious racism over there.
You know
what I'm
what?
saying?
You
Like, we
gotta
talk about the
understand,
petty crap that we go through, and like that's some serious
different.
shit.
America's like the melting pot over there.
Yeah,
you don't got no melting pot. It's
no.
your people, and then there's
You
a
have
border,
your own
and then there's
exactly.
other people.
You have your own country. You have a different country 5 meters away from you, which you had so much history fighting in between.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, technically we have that, but I mean, the Canadians don't want to fuck with us. Period. They're more sissies than we are. And the Mexicans. I mean, and we're building a wall. I mean, what are they gonna do? I mean, I'm just kidding.
It's just America is just a whole bunch of different nationalities.
Agreed.
True.
I think.
True.
Actually, Chicago is one of the most segregated places there is.
It is.
We have
Yeah.
a big difference in cultures here.
It is.
Definitely. Continue. I'm sorry. We keep interrupting.
No.
Wait, I want to know how that process begins. Like learning English, watching cartoons,
watching podcasts like this.
No,
Yes.
Because it's apparently because we have a lot of fans out in other countries. I don't know how they listen to it.
Turkey. Yeah, that's our biggest.
One of our biggest things, and I'm like, how do they use this to practice English? Like, this is how you should not speak.
Oh
like
my
this.
God. Oh, well, our biggest fight is with Turkey. So, hi, Turkey.
Hopefully, we get a Bulgarian follower.
Yeah.
That would be nice. So, what was your process? Like, what would you?
Well, I did have some, fundamental. Is that how you say it?
Fundamentally.
Yeah. Which was like, hi, my name is Julia, and a couple of swear words.
Sure. Everybody knows those.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it was a lot of pushing on my side because I came here and people, because of the lack of English, were treating me like I'm stupid and I don't understand. And I got so irritated with this. I was like, someday, motherfuckers, when I learn that language, I'll come back for you, okay? And yeah, I pushed myself a lot. And the second year, I met a guy who was doing comedy. He's a Bulgarian. And he was like, hey, have you ever heard about Second City? Mind you, never heard about Second City, Tina Fey. Nobody, okay? I did not even watch Saturday Night Live. I have no idea what is that show. So that's 3 years ago.
I mean, even now you still don't watch it?
Now I watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, you know how many famous people came out of that?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien.
However, I had no idea. And I had no idea even what the fuck is Second City.
Yeah.
So he was like, let's just go. And, and I had no idea what is stand-up, neither improv. The whole thing was extremely new to me. So he was like, let's go to one improv show and just you see how you feel and let's sign you up. And I was like, my English is not that good. And he was like, but if you think about it, you can kill, 2 birds with 1 stone, because one, you're gonna get back in stage, and I see that you're missing it because I had 2 years legit not touching stage at all. So he was like, you're going to get back in stage, and also you're going to start hanging out with Americans, which means that you're going to polish your English, Sure. So I was like, okay. And bless their hearts for the people who were on stage with me improvising the first year. Good Lord.
It was rough for them.
It was rough. It was rough for them. Like, they needed to explain some stuff to me.
Yeah.
I remember we got a suggestion for a grasshopper. I have no idea what is a grasshopper. And I was just like talking out of my ass. I was like, my neighbor has a grasshopper and I'm so jealous because his is blue. I was just like some mushroom bullshit coming out of me. But people were liking it because they were like, "Well, it's improv."
I'll tell you what. I think your accent kind of adds to it.
It always does.
It helps. It helps the comedic thing because it's like it's you're not gonna say certain things clearly, but knowingly like it makes it even funnier because of that fact. It's almost like almost with George Lopez. Even George Lopez can talk English, right?
Yeah.
But the funniest things are when he talks in his Spanish and he's like mixes in English words or whatever. It's like the whole concept.
You don't even have to go that far. My cousin's husband, Abdul.
Oh my God.
From Puerto Rico. He tries to speak English. He speaks it kind of well, but it's funny with the accent.
It's hilarious with the accent. It's hilarious the way he says, "Sorry, I kicked your camera again," but it's okay.
Jesus,
it's all right. I got it right. I'm watching. I'm watching.
You don't want me to
I got you, buddy. I got you. You will look good every time.
All right.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Continue.
Yeah. So that's how I started doing improv. And then that was like 1 year doing improv. And one of my teachers, he was like, hey, you know what? You have like a different point of view because you're coming from Europe. Why don't you try the conservatory? And I was like, does this including writing in English? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
He's like, just go and audition. You never know. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. And I got in. I don't know how. And I don't know. Probably they were like, we have no Europeans.
We gotta make sure we get one of the 1%.
Yeah.
We gotta fill a quota.
Exactly.
We
need one of this race,
That way they don't say we're racist over here.
Yeah, and this chick that sounds like she's choking on a dick all the time. Get her.
Wait, what was that?
Wrong button. Never mind. Go ahead.
So yeah, and somewhere in between those 2 years, something went terribly wrong, and I started doing stand-up. I don't know how, but something went terribly wrong for sure.
But
that wasn't my plan.
I mean, but the crazy thing is, like, I find comedians interesting because it's like, okay, like I can try to be like, okay, so obviously when you prep for a show. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you have your bullet points of what you want to talk about, and then you kind of, I don't want to say you write a script per se, but I'm assuming you have a path of something written down or whatever. Like, I'm not, by no means am I saying am I funny. I mean, I can have a good moment here and there, but this is just me talking shit randomly. You know, like trying to be funny on paper. Like, actually, okay, I'm gonna write down a joke or something. I'm like, that's ridiculously difficult for me. Like, I can't even picture. Like I wrote a script recently. Writing a script is a pain in the ass too, because it's just like,
it's just you and the paper, and
it's weird. I got through it, but it's just like, this is people who do this. Like, and again, I'm a big book reader now, and it's like there's this author that I read a lot of, and I go to Target, and he has 20 books out at the same time. I'm like, what the fuck does this guy do? Dr. Seuss? Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah. You know me so well, man. We gotta stop.
We gotta stop hanging out. Like, how does someone who writes professionally write 20? Like, he has a book come out every week. There's a new one from him, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? How do you do this?
Not only that, I actually asked myself almost the same question, but when it comes to Stephen King, like, I don't even know how many books he has.
Big dreamer.
Dude, how do you do it though?
Not only, but all the concept that happening in his book, like, what is happening in your mind, bro?
I think he writes his dreams down. I think that's where he gets his ideas from.
When was the last time you remembered a dream, though? I don't remember. I don't remember.
I remember the hot ones.
I'm a very vivid dreamer.
I remember. I remember the hot ones sometimes.
Nothing much after that.
You wake up
because of the stain.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta change underwears after that. I mean, but whatever. I mean, I remember those. I lost a good set of underwear there. But I'm sorry. Continue. So your process. So wait, what were we talking?
You said we used to do that. We go off topic and then you go, so continue.
So you had said that you kind of fell into
there was somebody who was like, hey, have you ever tried stand up? And I was like, no. Well, come on to an open mic and just try it. And I was like, okay, I guess. And then pandemic hit. I just started doing stand up. Pandemic hit. I was like, okay, I guess I'm not doing anything. Start the YouTube channel, bullshitting there, and then everything started opening, and I went back doing stand up, and I met one guy who was like, hey, I want to produce a show with you. I was like, okay, and then I found a place actually, and I was super drunk one night, and I was like, hey, how about we produce a show here? I was talking to the owner, and he was like, well, here, I have like a whole back room with a stage. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, let me
strippers go.
Cocaine and fucking in the ass, baby. It's just straight up. And so we went there, and I was like, holy shit, that is like a perfect room, because they have a separate bar, they have a separate entrance, a separate restroom. So once you close the door between the two venues, it's a completely different venue. So he was like, why don't you produce a show here? And I'm like super new in the game. I have no idea how to produce a show or being a comedian at that point. So I was like, okay, let me talk to this guy who reached out like 1 week before that. And I was like, hey, I have the venue, you know how to do it. How much we're going to just combine, and do something. And that's how the Red Room Comedy Club was born.
Where is it at?
This is on the north side of Chicago. It's Rogers Park.
Okay.
So now, like, officially, they got me to be the manager because we started it, and I'm the
we can get in for we can get in for free then.
Yes, we have shows every Saturday, and we also have an open mic.
Open mic, Michael.
Yes.
Me?
Open mic.
You're the Jerry Seinfeld fan over there. You just stand there and tell jokes.
No. So there's two aspects.
So what's up
comedy.
with airline food?
I can write jokes if I want to. I can write like a whole thing of jokes. Like
you just can't deliver it.
I cannot deliver it. Nobody's gonna take me seriously. I'm gonna get.
But that's the point.
That's the process. That's the process. No, I'm telling you, nobody came and just step on stage and they were like, "Oh my God, there you go, a contract for Netflix." Right off the bat. Yeah, just like.
Well, that's what I want.
No,
not gonna happen.
And definitely the first time when you go on stage, you're eating a bag of dicks for sure.
You're eating a bag of
why
dicks.
do I get this feeling that Europeans are so I don't know. They're like us.
Unfucking because don't they say that about like isn't there like a whole different culture when it comes to like sex in Europe? Like isn't it what they say about like French?
That we're super open about it.
Yeah, the whole cheeky thing and all this crap. Like
we're definitely weirdos for sure.
I mean, I have no problem with that. You're fine. Continue on. Be who you are.
I told you before we start recording. Yeah. I am an open book more than I should be.
No problem with that. Absolutely not.
More than I should. But so you should come and sign up for the open mic and just try it.
Yeah, Michael, sign up for that.
Also, the thing that I was about to tell you, because you were talking about how you're staying alone with the paper and writing jokes. There's like different type of comedians, because I've watched like a couple of different interviews and podcasts and comedians who are already established in the game talking about their process. Process to process from a comic to comic have nothing in common. Like everybody has like a different process.
Oh, of course.
One of them are gonna just sit down and write everything with the commas and everything, and gonna deliver it the same way.
Right.
Others gonna have just a bullet points, so you never know. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's like the same process.
Yeah,
it's the same thing for like actors or rappers or whatever. Like everyone has their own process. Like if you look at Eminem, how he writes his shit looks like a freaking terrorist plotting stuff because it's written all over the place and shit. And then there's people that have
a terrorist doctor.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own process. Same thing with acting. Acting, some people like method, some people like verbs or whatever. And
so, what is your process when it comes to acting?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, acting. Well, I don't know. I try to keep everything very simple when it comes to acting. So like, to me, the first thing is to read and really understand what's going on, and that's kind of the challenge, because I mean, you're an actress as well, right? Or you're trying to be an actor?
I haven't done like camera stuff a lot.
Stage?
No, more stage.
Just trying to do the usual guide. Become a successful comedian and then get a fucking
a sitcom that'll last for centuries, like Jerry Seinfeld,
and then live off the reruns.
There you go.
I do have a couple of music videos. That's all.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, where did that come from? Music video?
My best friend, she's
thought you were gonna say you came out in a rap video.
She's a rapper,
half naked, shaking ass.
Yeah, I'm in a bathtub and just like super depressed, and fully dressed. But
I'm not watching that one.
But yeah, we did with her. I was directing the whole video, and because I was the director, I was like, I'm gonna put myself in. I don't care. Of course,
absolutely. Acting is fun. I mean, there's again, for me, it's like I gotta understand what's going on, and the hard part is because like you don't get everything, which is the at first.
Yeah.
So like they'll send you what you got to audition with, and it's like this one page of like random crap that you don't know what's going on. So like for me, like my process is, I mean, I'll read that a bunch of times trying to understand what's actually kind of going on because a lot of it's missing because I don't know what's going on.
Do they give you at least the plot or no?
No, they don't give you anything. They'll give you like a sheet. I mean, he's seen all the sides that because he does a lot of the stuff with me. So
trying to take something out of my eye. He's probably gonna edit it so it comes out.
So that you see, everybody's picking your eye boogers. Great.
Eye booger. I think this had fruit fly from last week.
Probably, I do see it flying around. So normally, like it's just your lines and that's it. Maybe a line or two above or underneath, whatever. So my process with me, honestly, what I try to do is, if it's not there, I make it up.
Gotcha.
Because my goal is to make a decision, right? So I want to make a decision on what that character is doing, what that character is feeling, or whatever. But the only way I can do that is if I know what's going on. So if it's not there, I make it up, even if I'm wrong. I mean, at least I made a choice. So my concept is, read, make choices, memorize, and then try to be as, I don't want to say simple because simple is kind of the wrong term, I guess, but like try to be as normal as possible and try not to overact or whatever, which tends to happen a lot.
Yeah, but you definitely need like a backstory when you
got to. You got to have something because there's got to be a motivation because a lot of actors talk about motivation. What's the motivation in the character in that scene? But if you don't know, then how do you have motivation, right? So you got to make it up, whatever it may be.
Yeah, in the academy, we actually have something that we used to do. When you have a script, you're getting the script, and under every line that you have, you are writing a different line, but with the similar, like what are you trying to say? So like a verb. Yeah, something like
an action verb.
Yeah.
So like with us, like I took a class that was talking about something like that. So it basically would say, if I had a line that said, it's more for practice. So like if the line was, I'm gonna cook you dinner. Okay, so my first choice would be, let's say, to flirt with you. I'm gonna cook you dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like I'm gonna to scare you. I'm gonna cook you dinner.
Yeah.
Like so that way you have a bunch of different options in your bag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's really good to practice because if you have 100 different verbs, you've just practiced it 100 times. There's a bunch of techniques to learn stuff.
Yeah. So it wasn't with a verb. It was like with a whole sentence. Let's say that it's like, I love you. So you put under like, I don't want you to go, because you can say I love you so many different ways, but
same thing with the
spot text, it has to be
different with the same context.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I get what you're saying. Yeah. That makes sense. And that works. It's a lot of, everyone has their own technique. Like you said about the comics, everybody has their own techniques. Everybody goes about, jokes or whatever, prepping in different ways.
Yeah.
You ever have somebody bug you while you're on stage, like a heckler? Somebody bug you before?
Yeah, oh my God. Sometimes you have interesting shows and episodes when you do stuff.
You get too drunk.
Not everything is a banger. Let's put it that way. We had one show. Oh my God. We have like a bunch of people who were trying to be funnier than the comedians, but they were just like ruining the whole show. Yeah. And on top of everything, we had another heckler. She was just like lady from Indiana, the most Karen haircut that you can imagine.
To the shoulder,
to the shoulder. She's like 45, but she's already with white hair. It's just stylish. And oh my God, she couldn't stop through the whole time to talk about it. Like we weren't even asking questions. She was just like giving her opinion to everything we were saying, and it's kind of it's ruining your process, especially if you're not that long in the game. Like I actually saw that night because she really did not stop to any of the comics.
Yeah.
And it was, it was interesting to me because I saw how the different comedians hold her differently. Like there was one chick that she was like 6 months in the game, and she was like, she lost it. She definitely lost rattled. It. This Karen ate her alive, But at the end, we had a comedian who was 10 plus years in the game, and he was actually the only one who stopped the whole thing. And he was like, well, you know what? Everybody are just like all night are like, fuck you and shut the fuck up and this and that. He actually stopped and he was like, but nobody asked you, are you okay? You know, like he cultivate the whole energy and put it back on her, and that's how he just he controlled the ground. Right. And I was like, that is so interesting just to watch.
That comes with experience.
Yeah, it comes with experience.
It's about like, not losing your nerve, not losing your train of thought.
What would it take for you or for me to lose it? I think somebody sneezing would throw me off. Somebody coughing.
But it's different. It's different because when you act, that's a big deal. You should know, John, because you were freaking distracting me one time we were freaking recording because y'all start laughing and y'all don't stop.
You got to deal with
it. They don't realize how when you're focused on something, anything can bug you or throw you off. Now, mind you, if you're a professional, you're kind of semi-trained to kind of, shrug that off.
Don't rub it off.
But still, don't rub it off. But still, it's distracting. Like, it's annoying. Like, you paid to see me.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, sit there and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, I don't understand what the big deal is.
Oh, you have to, when in comedy, like, I don't know for acting how it is, but in comedy, I think that you should react. Like, if something happened in front of you, you should not ignore it. You should address it and say something about it. Something went wrong. He just started his act and something happened on the first rows. Like somebody lost conscience or something. So they needed to actually get assistance and people to come and check. It was like, I don't know. It was super weird. So this person after that, like he stopped the whole material, went off stage, and after 10 minutes after they got the person out, I don't know, with ambulance or whatever, he just came back and he just continued like nothing happened. I'm like, you should not do that.
No, you gotta
like
riff on that.
Yeah,
find
riff on
riff on it. Find the funny in it.
Don't make fun of the person, because what if that person died on the way to the hospital? That'd be pretty bad. But I mean, you still gotta kind of like, you gotta bring it in. Like, you gotta bring it in there. I agree with you.
Yeah, he just continued like nothing happened. I'm like, for real, bro?
Like somebody just pressed play again, right? Like they just stopped
exactly.
Play. Like like we know that you like. I guess the concept is like I think most people know that like comics would prep their work, but like when we sit there as an audience member, we kind of almost want to believe that they're just doing this on the fly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because we want to believe that. I know it's not necessarily the case, but like when I go to a comedy show, like you want to kind of like, especially the people that are in between the comics. So like the person who goes in and like sets up the next person or whatever, like she'll jump in and she's just like, she's more free because she doesn't necessarily have anything. Like she's hilarious. Like I went to what's that comedy club in one of the bigger ones in Chicago?
Laugh Factory.
Zanies. I went to Laugh Factory, and the girl that was in between the comics, she was just going all over the place. She was hilarious because you could tell she was kind of just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily prep. And I mean, again, nothing against getting prep because obviously you have to prepare. But I think for us as the audience, I think that's kind of what we want to see.
Yeah.
And if you're just, like you just said, if you just sound like you just press play again, like we're gonna lose the aspect. No,
I feel like the best comedians are like off the cuff. They have their shit that they're gonna say, but they can, like she said, if something happens, they can riff on it and make everybody laugh. Like they're funny, like legit funny. They don't need material. They can make their own material.
So why is Jerry Seinfeld so not funny, Jonathan? Since you're such a big fan, do you like Jerry Seinfeld?
He's rich.
Julia?
I'm not the biggest fan, honestly.
See. Why do you think he's funny, Jonathan? I've always wondered why you think he's funny.
Okay, he has. I guess he's the type. He has good material. I guess kind of. For me, his show was funny. It wasn't necessarily his stand-up. Okay. I didn't care for his stand-up that much either. But his show was hilarious.
The show was fun, but I think it wasn't
based off of his comedy.
I don't think it was so much him though. I think the show was funny because of the collaboration of the three characters, and as a whole, individually they don't carry a show.
But some of that stuff was based off of his comedy.
No, I agree. I think his comedy's always been kind of the concept of the show, which is a show about nothing.
Exactly,
it's about like he's always like, what do they always say? Like they make fun of him and they'll be like, so what's up with all this airline food or whatever? Like it's like random shit that he makes, and that's what the show was, which was funny. But I think again, he's not. Like, I wouldn't pay to. Well, I don't know.
He's not your cup of tea. I get it.
He's just not funny like that. Like, who's your favorite stand-up comic?
The one that it's like right now, like from more modern, I'll say Tom Segura. I'll pay every time when he's coming to Chicago.
Okay.
I really like him. Also,
you have no idea who he is.
I don't, but okay.
No, okay.
I'm okay. What do you want me to say? Who the fuck is that?
You gotta check him. He's from more modern type of, like, he got famous in the past probably 5, like right now the last 5 years he's just like killing the game.
Okay.
I think he has probably like 4 specials on Netflix right now. He has a podcast with his wife. His wife is also a comedian.
Oh, I know why I've heard it, because they were talking about it at work the other day.
Podcast?
Yeah, they were talking about his podcast.
What was the name of the Your Mama's House?
Yeah, they were just talking. They were just talking about it, and one of my coworkers showed me a scene of him. Yeah. He's pretty funny. He's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, with what was the name of Christina Pazynski? She's funny too. I really like her. They're a nice combo. I really like them because they make it work. They're both comedians, and if you hear how they're talking to each other, I'm like, you guys are just riffing, like constantly. You know, there's no taboo in between. Yeah, I like that. The other one that I really like is Ali Wong. She's again from the modern times. I really like it because she's Asian, and I watched her first special on Netflix. I think the name was Baby Cobra. So she's pregnant on that. I think 7 months or something like that. So she's Asian. She's pregnant, and she's doing stand up, and she's just talking the most nasty shit that you can ever imagine.
She is pregnant.
Like, whatever you can see is just not go along with anything that's coming out of her mouth.
That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
It's super funny.
That's kind of funny.
And the funniest thing is that she has a second special, which was for a second time pregnant.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah. That's her thing now.
Oh, man. John, who's your all-time?
Oh, God.
Jerry Seinfeld?
No, I don't know. Jeez, I should have prepped. I knew you were coming. I knew this question was going to come. Who is it? Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's funny.
I like. There's going to be a lot of dead air. So you better start talking. You better give me.
Okay, I'm gonna say mine. So me, I like Chris Rock a lot.
Okay.
He hasn't really been doing anything recently too much, but also I'm Hispanic, so obviously George Lopez was a big thing at one point. Like, George Lopez was one of those. Let me tell you, mine now. I don't find him that funny anymore, like his newer stuff, because it's all the same. I mean, how many times can you tell a joke about your grandma whooping your ass?
Yeah, but when he first came out,
oh my God! So me and him, when we were younger, I used to go to his house a lot when we were younger. And
wait, for how long you guys been friends?
Since basically we were born.
Too long.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So one day I go to his house, and he's like, "Oh, I got this comedy CD. So it's an audio CD, right? And it's one of George Lopez's specials. It was Why You Crying or something like that. Okay. And he puts it in the CD player. Mind you, there were CD players back then. I know for these young people, they don't know what CD players are. We put it in, we play it, and it's me, him, and his sister, and we're just sitting at the kitchen table listening to this show. Okay. And we could not stop laughing. and think about it. Like, I think, it's a 50-50 show, because obviously you're listening to the joke, but seeing the comedian do what he does, because obviously they're doing visual things or whatever, makes it funny too. But in the audio version alone, we were dying.
Yeah.
We were dying the entire time.
It's also hilarious to us because that's
how we grew up.
Yeah. So getting our asses whooped, our parents screaming at us in Spanish.
Oh, yeah, I can relate. I can relate to this too. Not in Spanish. God. That would have been crazy.
Yeah, your Bulgarian mother slapping you with a chancla.
Oh my God. That was the first time I think I've heard people talk about, like, I think that's what made George Lopez kind of interesting.
Because it was original at the time.
He was one of the first ones I remember ever hearing tell jokes like, chancletas and correas and all this bullshit, getting hit in the grocery store and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was one of the, you never let me do nothing. Like, I remember that. I remember as a kid, like, you couldn't talk back to your parents and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. And it was an audio tape. You know what I'm saying? Not a tape, but an audio. And it was an audio show. Like we didn't even see anything. You know, and I think we went one time to see him.
Yeah.
We went to the theater right here in Rosemont.
Allstate, something like that.
The Rosemont Theater. We went to go see him. But it was funny because I knew all his jokes because he kind of became repetitive. Yeah, by that time it was
like, So I found the list.
You have a list.
I'm going to go through it.
Did you look up America's Funniest Comics and then just start
John Mulaney? You know,
I love John
he's
Mulaney.
Like one of the best ones. I just don't know him by name, but now
he's going through some bullshit right now. But yeah, I love John Mulaney. Why is that? Well, he broke up with. I mean, he got divorced. I think during the pandemic, something happened to him, so he got back to drugs and drinking. He stopped drinking for legit
I heard he was like
or
a
something.
really like legit alcoholic, like a big time.
As far as I know, he got back in the bed scene, you know, and then he got divorced and marry a rebound and have a kid right now. From the rebound.
Why does that always happen? I don't understand.
Technically, that's not a rebound. Then that's a.
You know one thing. I've observed about people, like, you know, John, you're a guy. I'm a guy, right? So if you see a guy who's
happy you noticed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. If you notice a good-looking guy, would you give a guy credit? That's a good-looking dude. Oh my God, you're uncomfortable in your own skin.
Yeah,
okay, I am man enough.
I think it's okay. Yeah, exactly.
I am man enough to say that's a good-looking dude. Okay, so like if I see, like I've had friends that are, you know, they're good-looking guys. You know what I'm saying? But then their baby mamas are like the ugliest girls in the world, and I'm like, this doesn't even make sense.
Oh my God.
Now again, mind you, love is fucking blind, right? But God damn, you must be blind, deaf, have no sense of feel, no sense of fucking taste.
Helen Keller.
Golly.
Helen Keller did.
I mean, when you're good looking and your girlfriend kind of looks like Rosie O'Donnell, it's kind of like, God, like really? Come on, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, don't get me wrong, personality is important. But
I kind of seen more the other combination. Like she's pretty and he is not.
That happens too.
Oh yeah, but I feel
like that's more acceptable.
You know how you could tell?
Maybe not acceptable, more normal.
Because
girls look for the inside.
Yes.
We're more superficial.
When I think a guy's like he's a handsome guy, I'll just say fuck that guy. That's how you know that I think he's probably better looking than I am. I'm like, fuck him.
I just never understood it. I never understood how an attractive guy. Now again, everyone has their own taste. But the funny thing is that with them is like a lot of times I'll see them with really pretty girls. Like they'll be with pretty girls, but yet the one girl who's their baby mom or the one that they end up with is like, really? Like, what happened here?
What it is.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, I just thought that was a pretty.
Do you have like a lot of people around you who has kids? Like, how old are you now?
Me? Yeah. 35.
You're 35?
I'm surprised you didn't ask. You usually ask.
How old she is?
No, how do you think I am? That's what you usually do.
Oh. Yeah, I would have said around 35.
If I shave, I look younger. Yeah. It's the mustache. The mustache is giving me a couple years right now. But
Sweet
that's okay.
Mustache.
Yeah.
So I'm 28. 30 is knocking on my door, but the thing is
that was an insult, but okay. Gee, thanks. I'm in the prime of my life. Thank you very much.
So, but the thing that I'm seeing lately is that, like, I was going through my friends from college. Almost none of us have kids, and we're like between 28 and 33, like my class in college. We had 2 people having kids right now.
I think the times have changed.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, I don't have kids. He has kids. Okay. I feel like I'm so fucking outdated in my group of classmates. Not classmates, but like my era, I guess. Because like most of the people that I knew that are my age have kids or multiple kids. I'm like one of the few.
Okay.
But I think it was a thing back then. So like my parents and my grandparents all had multiple kids. I think nowadays it's like 1 kid, 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? I think people don't have kids so young anymore.
No, not at all.
I think it's a different era when it comes to that.
How many kids you have?
3.
3? Ooh, you've been productive.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
38.
38. Okay.
He's old. Man, he's on the opposite side of the mountain already.
40's knocking on my door.
Yeah, you're
40's knocking on my door.
You know, the other day I was thinking about that. Like, God damn, I'm like 5 years away from being 40. God damn.
And here I am, 2 years away.
Yeah, but you still look kind of young. I'll tell you the truth.
You do.
That's another thing I've noticed.
I don't feel young though.
When you look back on Facebook, because Facebook has told a lot of stories, and let me tell you, when you become, because it keeps you connected with people you haven't seen in a long time. So when you see people like from grammar school, right? Especially when it comes to girls, and you start to say, "Damn, I had a crush on her." Like, what the hell happened? I mean, I know I'm trying to be funny, but still, it's crazy how people have changed. Like, I'll give I'll give myself credit. I think I've aged pretty well. I don't look amazingly old yet. And John still looks relatively young. And, but some people just, my God, they have not aged well.
Not at all. Life hit them hard.
Life has hit them like a fucking ton of bricks.
Freight train.
Oof.
Jesus. But anyways,
yeah.
I totally lost my train of thought.
No, for real. If something happened like me, like I don't age well, just give me cancer and kill me.
Wow.
No, let's not go that route. There's so much to live for. I mean,
let me die pretty. Jesus.
I don't know. I mean, so what made you want to act on top of that?
To act?
Yeah, so like you were a comic first, I'm assuming.
No. Actually,
first.
it was acting first, and then it was improv, then stand-up. And now it's more producing, actually.
Let's talk about improv 2 seconds before we go into acting. Because improv is like the most coolest thing I think I've ever seen.
Let's go. Let's do it. No, let's not.
That's not how it works. I mean, let's play. Yeah. At least if we had a game like Who's
game?
Line?
I'd be horrible.
Like scenes from a hat. Or whatever. Those.
My favorite ones was Sex with Me is like, and then they're giving you a suggestion, and then you're doing a line with this.
That sounds like a fun game.
Yeah, it's like.
Let's not.
He's married. We can't talk about this stuff around here. I don't know. Improv. Again, I used to watch Who's Line a lot with him. Okay. And I still watch it now, which is the most hilarious thing in the world. Sometimes, like, oh my God. And I went to an improv show not too long ago, and it was funny. The only thing I didn't like about it, and I think this is where Who's Line was really good at, was like, mind you, I don't know 100% because it could have been staged. Who knows? But we're under the assumption that they're making this shit up, right?
Yeah.
It is called improv.
They do.
No, I know. But then when you go to when I went to the improv show, I know what you're saying. Yeah. When I went to the improv show, the group will go on and they'd ask us, so give us a topic, and we'll say, let's say we said Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they'll start talking about something that has nothing to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I'm like, so why did you even ask us?
Yeah.
But then when you watch Who's Line, they're like on point. Like, to me, Wayne Brady is ridiculous, right? Because he starts singing all these songs, and I think I just saw one this morning, and it was like, oh, you have to sing a song about Amy in the style of Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. And he just goes crazy, and I'm like,
that's the creme de la creme.
Yeah, he's like those guys. Different league. Like Colin Mockery's fucking. He is.
What'd you call?
What I say, Colin Mockery?
Why'd you call him Colin?
Colin. My bad. Colin. My bad. Colin. He has colon cancer. I don't know.
Colin Mockery.
Colin Mockery. My bad.
But he's an animal too. They've been doing this professionally for years. Like when you do that constantly, your brain start thinking completely different. Your brain is like super sharp. Like you're like, give me a suggestion, I got you. You know.
I guess that's the difference between them and Drew Carey. Because when Drew Carey goes on there, he's kind of the one that's not as sharp as the rest of them.
Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian. Yeah.
He wasn't. Was he funny? Was Drew Carey funny? I never saw anything with him.
Stand-up comedian. It got him a show.
That's true, I guess. So what's your, so what goes through your mind when you're doing improv? Like, what do you...
Oh my God, I haven't done improv since forever. But I gotta tell you, I kind of miss it. I love the freedom to do improv just based on suggestions, and you don't know what's gonna happen. Like we were talking with one friend on the phone a couple of days ago, and he was telling me how he's inviting different friends to his improv shows, and he was like, and they're asking me, is it gonna be funny? And his answer is like, we gotta see. You never know.
Oh, jeez.
You never know. It's improv.
That's true. It's improv. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh my God. Yeah, we had some bad shows and we had some good shows too. So.
But even that's kind of funny.
Man, you just got to light that audience up with some booze. That's the way to go. Free drinks. And every show is gonna be a knockout.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find improv interesting. Like that's maybe something I wouldn't mind trying to do.
You know
I'm scared as shit of it.
Stop being a pussy.
I think every actor actually needs to take at least one class.
I agree. I can agree. I can agree with that. Class, not actually performing, you goofball. I would take a class.
I mean, eventually you would have to perform. Why not try?
That's like saying every actor, well, all the really, really good actors have been on stage. Does that mean I'm going to go to stage? No. I might take a class on stage, but you'll never see me on an actual stage. No, absolutely not. I'll freaking
Why you don't want to be on stage?
Terrified. I'm terrified of messing up.
Oh,
because I'm kind of a perfectionist.
Gotcha.
And when you're live, I mean, I'm quick on my feet, right? But I'm so worried about delivering everything perfectly. You know that it's super stressful enough. I don't want to, and I got to come out of my ass and try to cover this up.
Yeah.
I just totally wet the bed. I got to cover it now.
Well, at least improv, that's the biggest difference, between improv and stand-up, because stand-up, if you bomb, you are bombing. Like, you are the one who's sucking the dick. But if it's like you and your group, you all suck that dick.
I'd rather share the sucking than suck by myself.
But I think improv, you have the leeway where it's improv, so it could be bad. Versus when you're a comedian, you're automatically assumed that you're going to be good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus improv, it can go either way. It could be bad, it could be funny, it could be not. It could be whatever. So improv, and then what after that? Then acting?
Well, after the improv, I was like, well, let me try stand-up too. I actually signed up for a stand-up class. Now it comes back to me, because I was like, I wanna write more. Like I signed up in stand-up class more because I wanted to write more in English, not that much because of comedy. I was like, this is way cheaper of taking English class.
I mean, yeah.
You didn't have Rosetta Stone.
So yeah, that's how it started. Everything, but
that's cool. And so then acting just came something else you just wanted to have under your belt.
Yeah. Well, acting, I've never been like on like scenes and on film. Cinema and films but hey, if somebody wants me for a role, I'll be very down.
Nice.
Yeah. I like doing it. I like everything when it comes to art. Even if you're talking about, paintings and drawing. Like, I love all the art forms,
So you like Bob Ross. Bob Ross is that man. Bob Ross is badass, boy. That dude's crazy.
Guess.
What do you mean you guess?
I mean, I used to watch him when I was younger, but...
Fight.
Dude.
He's not going to want to fight.
Dude, I'm not going to want to fight him. You seen how big he is?
He'll argue with me.
Let's not forget that you're now both on the blue side, so no fighting.
No.
I don't know. Bob Ross was one of those. Obviously, we saw him a lot when we were kids because he was on public access TV. But those type of people. I look at them like they're super special because they do something that's incredible. Like he would piss me off because he would say, "Oh, you can do this." Oh no, I fucking can't. He's like, we're just gonna draw a happy little bush here, and then he's like, just grab a fan brush and just. I'm like,
oh my god,
this doesn't look nothing like what you just did. Like, fuck you and your amazing talent.
I've never watched a single of the show or anything, but I watched so many different like funny memes with him, so that's how I know who he is.
The meme Bob Ross.
No, he was an amazingly talented person. You know what's fucked up is his kids' story is kind of fucked up.
Oh, tell me.
So like his son came out on the show a couple times. He's actually a really, really talented painter as well. And
was he on crack or something?
Yeah, he had drug problems at one point. Oh, so basically what ended up happening was,
let me guess, he was huffing paint.
He wasn't huffing paint. So you know how nowadays Bob Ross kind of has this resurgence in public eye now. So like there's toys of him, there's paints of him, like everything. You go to Target and find little stupid whatever of Bob Ross. There's an actual brand, Bob Ross.
Oh wow.
So when Bob Ross was getting sick, he signed over his rights, his name, to one of his friends and his son, but his son had minority share because Bob felt that his son wasn't responsible enough at the time because I think he was having a hard time or whatever. So when he died, the majority guy, the guy who owned the majority, sold it to the company who owns it now. So in short, his son gets $0 from he can't even use his name. Like the son can't even use his last name because it's copywritten or whatever, and it has too much to do with it. Like I felt so bad for him because he's like basically broke, but the company is making millions upon millions upon millions of dollars off of his dad's name.
That is like, have you watched this movie with Lady Gaga? It came like
it's recent.
Gucci?
Yeah, it's recent. It's a recent movie.
Yeah.
Not a movie, it's a show, isn't it?
No, it's a movie. Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci. Yeah.
It's basically like similar story. Like at the end, they just lost all of the,
royalties and stuff like that.
Right now in the Gucci company, there's nobody actually coming from the family Gucci.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Like,
and one of the son actually died in poverty.
That's crazy. That's messed up. Like, and my thing is, the owners of the Bob Ross thing now, like, they were family friends, right? So they know the son, they know all that. I'm like, dude, like, the least you can do is take care of the son.
Yeah, House of Gucci. That's the name of
House
the movie.
of Gucci. Yeah, that's what it's called. Like, at least take care of the son, and not even that.
Well, he was helping the best friend is gonna step in, but the
best friend took a check. He took a check and sold his share, which I thought was horrible. But anyways, I don't know why we started talking about that. But
in better news, some weird infatuation with Bob Ross.
Bob Ross, he's badass, man. Did you know he died bald? And then like his last show that he was on, he was wearing a wig.
Really?
Yeah.
It's odd.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
Yeah, that totally changes my whole thought of Bob Ross.
Can you imagine what kind of shock that will be if his last episode he just came bald? He's like, bye guys.
Bye bitches.
I'll let you process that episode and never see you again, by the way.
Oh my God.
Just put this fucking little bush right here.
Isn't that what Peter, remember that Family Guy rip on him? That was pretty funny.
Family Guy rips on everybody.
That was funny.
I remember.
What's your what do you watch on a like, what do you like to watch?
I don't watch a lot of things just because I don't have the time.
What do you use for material then?
Good point. Yeah, that's a good question.
Live. Yeah, it's more like
what
live.
you observe.
Yeah, observation, especially Americans. That's interesting.
See, but that's an advantage, man. Because she looks at us from like an outside in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like it's hard for like people say, I tell jokes about what I observe. I'm like, what I observe is what I'm used to. It's different.
Yeah.
Like if I was to go across the pond, then I can observe and I can tell jokes about it or whatever. Because obviously it's different than how we do things. You know what I'm saying? But she has like a hell of an advantage, which I think is.
I'm gonna go to Bulgaria and become a comedian and make fun of them. Then.
Yeah, you gotta learn the language too. But
that's a whole different.
Never mind.
I don't think the freedom of speech applies in the same way for you over there.
Oh yeah, I'll get my head lopped off.
But
it's not like that.
You can make fun of everything.
So how I got a question. With everything happening now with like the way racism is and all this stuff is now, how do you deal with like jokes? Because I know some comics are having a hard time. Like I know Chappelle got hit with some insensitivity stuff recently.
Oh, this is when you make it. Like nobody's trying to cancel you when you're nobody.
They wait until you're rich.
So nobody's trying to cancel us here on IMO.
Yeah, I'm gonna unfollow you, and now you're gonna have only 299 followers on Instagram.
So do you try to avoid those type of jokes nowadays, or you still just hit them?
No, I'm not avoiding anything, honestly. I like dark stuff, like dark humor.
Sure. We'll keep it G-rated the way you just said it. I know that's not what you meant to say, but you can say whatever you want to say.
Well, I'll give you an example. Like my grandma passed away like 7 months now. And I remember and that was like the saddest moment in my life, right? And I remember like 2 weeks passed by and I just wanted to masturbate so hard. And I couldn't because I was like, holy shit, she's gonna see me, And I just wrote alcohol material about this.
Oh, you just look up and
That's okay.
So I wrote a whole bit about it, and I love doing it right now because I've always loved doing this.
Why you gotta say it like that?
I'm kidding. I'm just because I'm playing off her. Come on, this is fucking fun. Not my fault. You can't say these kind of jokes, John.
Let's say flick the bean. Let's keep it classy.
Okay, flick the bean.
It's an American term.
That's
Which
how they
is
do
gotta
it in
be the
America.
funniest thing. Yeah.
Oh my god, I've heard DJing and stuff like that, but
we flick the bean in America.
In America.
America, hey.
So okay, so continue.
So I just love dark humor, and especially with comedians. If you hear them how they talk between them, they all have to be canceled.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, when I heard Danny Tanner, the guy from Family
Full House.
Jesus Christ, how do I not know that? When I heard he used to tell like dirty jokes, I was like, no, not him.
Yeah,
really?
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to get in trouble a lot.
Yeah.
With the producers.
Yeah, if you're funny, like even Louis C.K., like he said so many things on stage that he was supposed to get canceled. Not supposed to. I'm not for,
No, I'm all about freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You say whatever the fuck you want to say.
First of all, yeah, and don't. But as long as you, if you just riffing and you don't have a funny twist on it, yeah, just get off stage. Like you're just shitting on the stage right now for no reason. But if you really have a funny twist on it and make people laugh, talking about racism or, some subject that you're basically walking on the thin ice and you don't manage to break the ice, I don't think, you should.
No, I don't think. I think cancel culture has become too much of a thing. So we talked a little bit about on Friday about Whoopi Goldberg because she was a comedian, right?
Yeah, she was
a comedian. She got in some trouble because she made some comments about the Holocaust stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, should she be canceled? Well, first of all, she wasn't canceled. She got a 2-week suspension, which I think was okay. So my issue with it is that it's not fair because I've seen people say less and get canceled. But Whoopi is still employed. How does that happen? Gina Carano got canceled because she said beep bop boop as her pronouns, and she got canceled. But Whoopi Goldberg makes fun of the Holocaust, or not makes fun of the Holocaust. She downplays the Holocaust, and still has a job. Like I think she goes back this week. Like it's not fair.
That's gonna be interesting.
Not fair. But I don't think anybody should be canceled because I think in this country you have a freedom. You have a freedom to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Period. As long as you're not hurting no one. You can say whatever you want. Like legitimately. I mean, you could even be racist if you want to. There's no law against being racist. It's the action on top of that makes it a crime. So like if you want to say you don't like Puerto Ricans, okay, that's fine. That's your opinion. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you don't like me, you don't like me. I don't care. No big deal. You're not hurting me. You can say it all you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. That's not illegal.
Out there because of like, all of us, like if somebody comes to me and they're like, we don't like Bulgarians, I'm like, fine. Don't come to the show.
I'll be honest, we don't know much about Bulgaria.
Yeah, that's the other thing, that people can't be racist against me because of lack of knowledge.
I know a wrestler that was a Bulgarian. It's about as far as I know. WWF guy, Rusev. He was the Bulgarian brute.
Tell him the way to actually say it.
Rusev.
Yeah.
That's how they would say it. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, again, you don't run into a Bulgarian all the time. That's not how, that's not your normal.
Yeah, we definitely don't have like a lot of famous people.
Who's the biggest one?
Who's your most famous?
At the top of my head right now is coming. We have like a very famous chess player, Topalov.
Oh, that's man. That's freaking on-demand television right there. That's pay-per-view.
That guy's the shit.
The girl. Oh, actually, we got a girl nominated for an Oscar this year. Maria. What was her last name? I forgot. So she's in Borat movie. She was playing her kid.
In the new one? The newer one?
The new one.
I didn't watch the new one. I didn't watch the new one. I remember the first one.
And I love the first one too.
I forgot her last name.
That dude.
But she's basically the most famous Bulgarian right now.
Didn't he get into a lot of trouble for that movie? That actor?
I mean,
I could have sworn he got into a lot of shit for that.
Well, he definitely brought a big discussion out of the movie, but I'm not sure that he got canceled or anything.
No, he didn't. But I remember there was a big thing about like, oh, how inappropriate he was towards people. Or about, I'm like, that was the point.
Yeah,
like, that's the point. Like, it's a joke. Like, I mean, do you think those movies are legit?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, when we watch like Jackass, for example, right? So Jackass is coming out again. I don't know why. I mean, I say it all the time.
How many movies and seasons?
They want to die during a movie, and that's going to be the punchline, right? One of them's going to fucking die. Like, okay, for example, I think in the first one, they go to a hardware store, and the one guy takes a shit in the toilet.
Yeah.
In the floor model toilets. I'm like, and the people that are watching it, do you really think they're not part of it?
No.
Really?
No.
I don't know, man.
I think it's scripted. Honestly.
I wonder if it's scripted because it's like it's too big of a production.
I feel like I can decipher who's acting and who's not. It looks like those people are legit. Like,
oh, you remember
what the hell's going on?
When what's the midget's name? The short guy.
That's
what's his name?
Insensitive.
What's his name?
Wee Man.
When he runs into like a bar and he starts fighting with his wife or whatever, and they start a bunch of midgets go in there and they start going crazy. Little people. Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about? Like, do you think that's script? I don't know. I mean, how can you hide that? The people
in the bar, they have nothing to do with it.
I don't know. I feel like it might be scripted, bro.
I think it's scripted.
Maybe not all of it. Like, maybe not all of it, but like, I think this
because you don't get a genuine reaction if that happens.
But they're all actors.
But let me tell you, you're telling me you can hide a super high def camera and lights, and it's ironic that the lighting is like perfectly done. No one's out of focus. Like, you know, you think it's normal? You think it's normal for a freaking cinematographer to be just walking around a bar?
Watch it again. It's not perfectly lit. It's nothing like that. It's kind of grainy.
I think all the stunts obviously are pretty funny, but those are obviously pre-planned. The stunts that they do, like the stuff like the big hand slap thing. Yeah, that's all pre-planned or whatever. I really want to see Machine Gun Kelly get smacked in the face. He's in this new one. I really don't like Machine Gun Kelly, but anyways,
fuck that guy.
Not a big fan of him or his love right now.
Megan Fox?
Yeah. Oh my God, you just struck a chord.
No, I mean, I don't care about her. I just don't like whatever is happening between them and the whole publicity because they're just like too much. Like, he proposed her and then they drink each other's blood or something so they can settle.
So he proposed to her and then she proposed to him, which was weird too.
Something like that. She was on her knees also.
Yeah. Well, she's probably on her knees a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what
she looks like that type. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, saying. She probably got very expensive knee pads. I don't know. I just think it's weird because Machine Gun Kelly. Okay, so Megan Fox is with Machine Gun Kelly now, and then before that, she was with Brian Austin Green for a lot of years. She got married and she had kids with Brian Austin Green. Machine Gun Kelly and Brian Austin Green are like complete opposites of each other. Like, this girl must not have a taste because my God, that is like night and fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like,
I don't know. I mean, more power to them. I mean, they are a weird couple. Like the way they dress, the way they act. Well, he's weird. He's fucking weird. How does he go from trying to bash Eminem to doing a cover song to that Paramore song?
Great job. He won that battle.
What was that? Is it pronounced Paramore?
Paramore, the group.
She has a very famous song about a breakup, right?
Which one? She has a lot.
No, yeah, I know, but there's one that was like really famous for like
Business of Misery.
That one.
This one, and she has another Hard Times. She wrote it after her divorce.
So she goes.
Times.
So Machine Gun Kelly goes from rapping against Eminem to doing a cover song to that.
Oh my God,
that's weird.
He's a chameleon. He can do everything.
I mean, I guess, but he's fucking weird. I don't know.
And now he's just making completely different music from everything.
Which I guess is cool. I guess he's multi-talented. I mean,
he can play guitar.
I think he can rap pretty well. He's not a bad rapper.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I think he picked the wrong person to go up against, but that's just me. I don't think anybody all the people you want to pick on, you leave Eminem alone. Like, leave that man alone.
Oh, he came back strong. So
like, leave. Like, don't. I don't know. Just. I mean, even the best rappers in the world say it. Like, you leave that white boy alone. Like, don't fuck with that white boy, man. That white boy he's in a league of his own. Anything else you want to talk about for 2 more minutes or 3 more minutes? Anything you want to ask us?
I don't know. How did you guys start this? Like the whole production. So you guys are friends from childhood.
Mm-hmm. We went to the same church.
Yes.
Now he.
Oh my God! God brought you together.
No, I don't.
Not according to him.
I don't believe in that anymore. I'm an atheist. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a church goer. I'm the. That's why I started with the red color over here, because apparently I'm going to hell.
So how did you start the studio thing?
I'll let Jonathan tell it since he thinks he knows the actual story.
What do you mean?
No, keep lying. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Go. On you. Go ahead.
Short. To make a long story short, like we said, the pandemic hit. We had nothing to do. He wanted to get more comfortable in front of cameras. I wanted to get comfortable talking, basically. And $10,000 later, we got this.
I think that's undercutting it because you did build this room. I can imagine what this cost.
I didn't build this room.
Well, you paid for it.
Yeah.
$10,000 actually sounds pretty reasonable for the whole equipment that I'm seeing here.
And this was a build in progress. I mean, this is not how it started. I mean, when we started, it was pretty shitty quality, and we're still trying to figure it out.
Audio on YouTube. There was no video.
Yeah, the first episode was just audio, which didn't make any sense. Why would you have an audio
on a video platform?
I think after the third episode of that, that popped into my head. I'm like, this is dumb. Like, who's gonna sit here and listen to audio on a video platform? So I'm like, we need to show our faces, and then.
But you have a pretty good following. So you've done this for a year now?
A year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half.
And how many subscribers do you have?
I think we just crossed 5,000.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm
year?
shocked. I'm still shocked.
For a year, I think that's pretty good.
I'm still flabbergasted that people actually listen to us.
Yeah.
But, I think it's more the guests now.
People from Turkey.
Yeah. I think it's more the guests now than anything else. But
yeah, now you're gonna have some Bulgarians.
Hell yeah. I don't know
what we're saying, but
this was like a I don't want to say passion project. It sounds so stupid, but like I enjoy it. I think when you enjoy something, you make time for it.
Oh yeah, for real. Like if you're gonna build a business or a project that you hate, like just go and work for somebody. You're gonna hate it too. I still have my first business when I started here in America was an entertainment company for kids because of the acting and puppetry and this and that. So I was just dressing like a princess and go to different venues or birthday parties. So at one point, I just did not like it anymore. I did not. And I was like, but I was doing face painting. Right now, I don't do the princess part, but I do the face painting because I still enjoy it.
What princess did you play? Because I don't know too many Bulgarian princesses.
Oh, no,
Disney
it's just
universe.
Disney. It's just
you were
Disney.
Ariel the Bulgarian.
Ariel the Bulgarian. All of them, same accent. Oh my god!
Can you imagine? Ariel? Like we just have you would have to be like the translation, the
like
subtitle.
Kids ripping on you.
I'm sorry.
What?
But, well, most of the people who are hiring me, they were Bulgarian, so I was actually speaking in Bulgarian. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Like she played. What's the girl's name from Toy Story? She played like Jessie, the cowgirl, the Bulgarian.
Yeah.
Random kids parties.
Okay,
I can see why you hated it.
Oh, well, at one point I liked it because it was like good money and I was my own boss, but then I started hating it. And I was thinking about it. I was like, why am I pushing myself to do that? And I hate it. And it's my business, like if I hate it that much, I can just go and work for somebody and hate it as well.
Yeah.
So there's no point. Like the whole point of you having your own business is to build something that you like doing. And
man, I love the fact that immigrants come and build their own business. Why can't we do something?
Because we're fucking stupid.
Well, this is exactly what you're doing right now, and that's why I like it. Yeah,
this is a business.
Yeah, you never know if this
Oh, I know.
If we end up Joe Rogan, then fine. But I mean, I don't think we're really fucking far from that.
You never know. Get a couple of sponsors, and you never know.
John, get a couple sponsors.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? I take this. I sometimes I try to keep myself grounded, right? Because I don't want to fucking be like, oh, we're gonna be the next Joe Rogan. That's not gonna be the case. But even when you watch Joe Rogan, like Joe Rogan explains his podcast the same thing. He's like, yeah, it was just me and a couple buddies. And then we started inviting people. Now, mind you, he had a little bit of an advantage because he was a famous person.
He was on TV.
Yeah.
He was on TV.
A comedian.
So like if I was on TV and I knew Jim Carrey, if I fucking brought Jim Carrey to sit here with us, I'm pretty sure I'd get a 500,000 views.
Yeah.
In one episode, you know what I'm saying? Or if I can get Robert Downey Jr. or whatever, then cool. But it's just I know Jonathan.
True.
I'm the most famous person he knows.
I mean, seriously. I mean, come on.
No, but because this is like kind of like an actor's podcast, if you get the theaters or the shows to sponsor you, just to mention when is the next production that they have. Hey, that's
you know what? I gotta look into that. I gotta look into that.
What was that one porn shop you went to one time?
God.
See if they
ask an immigrant for business ideas. This I got you. I can sit here and brainstorm with you all day.
And you said you do some editing too? Shit, because I need to stop. I'm tired of doing my own fucking editing.
Sponsored by dildos and vibrators.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, this editing has to be the most annoying and time-consuming thing.
It is.
Right?
Like,
shut the fuck up, John. You suck because you don't do any of it. You do none of it.
It's a very nice, like when you finish it and when you watch your product and you get that erection, But however, during doing it is
I got ED. I don't know what you're
talking about. I made the best decision ever was to kind of overbook the last month, because now like everything is kind of backtracked. So I have episodes that I'm already done. They're just waiting to go up.
Oh.
So then like this episode, I could take my time.
Yeah.
Because when we first started, I would have to turn around like in a day.
Yeah.
So like if let's say we recorded on a Friday, all of Saturday I'm editing. Then all of Sunday I'm making sure it's done and I can put it up on YouTube or whatever. Like now this episode, I have it. Yeah. I could take my time all week to play with it or whatever, then post it whenever it's in order. I'm like, it's so much easier. But you know what would be easier? If John helped. That would be easier too.
But guess what? John's not gonna help because John doesn't know what he's doing. John's gonna.
You know what? That's my biggest problem.
Erasing everything on accident.
That's my biggest problem. I'm a perfectionist, so like I have a bar of standard that I want the video to look like, and if you don't deliver that, it's not going up.
True. I understand.
I mean, you gotta be that way.
Yeah.
You gotta be.
I can be like your couple therapies here. And I'm like, so why don't you like John? Like, what are you thinking that he's not doing right?
Well, to be honest, it's something about his obsession with the gym. And this weird obsession he has with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I can see that, by the
way. I can see it too. I can totally see it. It's right there.
Wait, he bought me that.
Oh yeah, I did.
I didn't even buy that. So what are you talking about?
That's funny.
Oh, that's a good picture right there.
It is a nice picture.
He's great, right?
Do you think he's a great actor?
Say yes. Just say yes and one more.
Dude, there's not one person who's come in and literally has not taken more than 20 minutes to answer this question because they have to think about it.
That's what she was thinking about during that grandma masturbation story.
Yes.
Golly. Anyway,
Heath Ledger, amazing actor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
Let me ask her my favorite actor. Let's see if she knows.
She doesn't know who he is.
Do you know who Gary Oldman is?
It rings a bell.
So if he was in this movie.
Okay.
He was the police officer in this movie.
Okay.
He was in Air Force One. He was in Book of Eli. You watched Book of Eli with who's Denzel Washington?
Show me a picture.
I'll show you a picture. I will show you a picture. He's a freaking great actor. He just likes to poke fun because he's an actor that not a lot of people like recognize.
Okay.
Like they don't recognize his name.
Well, by face, yeah.
They recognize who he is, yeah.
I've heard that name 100%.
He's an amazing actor. He's fucking amazing. He's one of the best actors I've ever seen. He's freaking badass. Yeah. But Jonathan is comparing him to
he did Dracula?
Yeah, he did Dracula.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
He was in what's the other one?
You've been in the game for a long time. Yeah. Like what's
the one with Natalie Portman when she was a little girl?
Hitman.
The Professional.
The Professional.
Did you watch The Professional? That's a great movie.
No, I haven't.
It's a really good movie.
I should check it out.
But anyways, that's the debate with here. We always ask if Arnold's a good actor.
Is there more posters? No, that's it. Oh.
In his private room over there that John probably has, he has a bunch.
I've got a shrine.
Yeah.
Arnold shrine.
Yeah. Where can people find you? Social media.
Social media, julia.tony.st. ST, like the STD, but
I
no
knew
D.
it. I knew it was coming. I was waiting for your ass to say some shit like that, like STDs.
Yeah, she
I knew it was coming.
No D, no STD. Same thing. Also, Red Room Comedy Club on Instagram as well. And also, you can watch me every Saturday at the Red Room Comedy Club. And yes, also, we are open for independent production and producers. So if you're a comic and if you want to produce a show, you're more than welcome to come and check the venue.
Right on.
Yes.
Right on.
When are you going to do it, Michael?
When am I going to do it?
When are you going to
Whenever I become funny, which is not happening anytime soon.
And we have an open mic every Wednesday, yes.
Open mic.
I have my own mic. I can come here and just talk and say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Chicken shit.
Yeah, probably. That's okay. You know what? Kiss my ass. Why don't you do it?
Oh, I'm not the actor. I'm
an actor, not a comic.
I'm not in the entertainment field.
And don't say act like you're a comic. What if they give you a role as a comic?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. That's not my cup of tea. I mean, I will go and watch. Maybe one day I'll be drunk enough to do it. But I can't.
I'll be there sober as hell, laughing at you.
You're gonna be the one fucking heckling me, you fucking.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Golly, no support over there. You see, this is where the problem is. I have no support from my partner over there. Doctor, what do you recommend?
I recommend a lot of drugs. Ayahuasca ceremony, both of you, in a dark place.
Nice. Well. I want to thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me. That was a pleasure.
You were an awesome guest.
More than welcome. More than welcome to come back.
Yes, absolutely. We might, you know what? I do have a girls' night thing that I do. So like, I'll have a lot of ladies on, and maybe one day that'd be fun to have her come on with Emma and the girls, and maybe we can have a nice, funny comment. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke. I'm running off of what she said. I'm just playing. I'm playing.
I hope you bleep that out.
I'm playing. Yeah, I'm playing.
I don't think the other girls are that type
kidding. I'm just kidding.
As long as you're confident in your sexuality,
yes,
you're perfect.
I am just running. I'm playing. It's a joke. It's a joke. Again, I want to thank you for coming out. We'll definitely go check you out on a Saturday one of these weeks. John, you got anything else?
Yeah, you can check me out on a field in Schaumburg, Elk Grove Village, cutting grass.
Oh, that's what you do for a living.
Or plowing stone.
All right, you good, John?
Yeah.
Miss, you're good?
Yes.
All right. I'd like to thank everyone who tuned in. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our opinion, and if you don't agree, that I got no words for you today. See you later.